The Holy Bible in the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48, expresses that to whom much is given, much is expected. And this is interpreted to mean the individual who is endowed with gifts, skills, talents, and abilities should use those to the benefit and in the interest of others. I am using mine. One of those that I believe I have. And is that I have the power of speech. Not of persuasiveness, because some people don't think that I persuade them, but that's a matter for them. I believe that I can speak, and I use this most times to reason my point of views. And I'm going to focus on the diaspora, or members of the Dominican diaspora, which means people living away from the homeland of Dominica, and I am one of those. Although I spend quite some time on the homeland as much as I can, because of my interest and my love and my passion for my people, my heritage, my culture, my community, my home, my homeland, the land of my birth. Forget about that. It's not about me. It's about us, those of us who live in the diaspora. Let me preface what I want to say to us by relating a story that I was told by a Cuban citizen who is now resident in Miami. She has been living in Miami for over 50 years. She left Cuba when she was between 15 and 18. She was part of the defense of the Cuban Revolution. She grew up defending the revolution. And in hindsight, in retrospect, 50 years after, the lady told me, words to that effect, that she wished she had known better to place herself inside that revolution while she was defending the revolution, because she defended it for they who wanted her to defend it in their best interest and not for the people's best interest. That's what the Cuban told me, 68 years old. Now, mark you, I love the ideals of Fidel Castro, and I understand what he stood up for and what the revolution was about. I still do understand it, and maybe in many ways support it. But I also understand the people in the middle of everything else. And this lady told me that had she known what she knows now, she might have still defended the revolution, but, and she went on to explain all the buts. One of them meaning or being that she would not do it in a particular way or to the extent that she has now lost her country, her heritage, and what she holds dear to her, meaning the ability to be with her loved ones or friends or family and her people, because now America is a home. I am saying that to those of us who call America home and who have been defending whatever we have been defending for 20 years, and some have been fighting against it. 20 years can easily become 25 years, and 25 years can be 30 years, and then some people might decide, does it worth it to fight against this? Maybe this is what things are supposed to be, so let me just give this all my life. And 50 years can pass by so swiftly. And like this lady from Cuba, we could or might reflect and say, what did I defend all those 50 years, or 20 years, or 30 years, or 40 years? Because I've heard this term used by our present leader who says that I will be there for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Now, we do not know what's going to happen at the end of 50 years or 30 years. We are seeing what is happening now 20 years after. And if that's an indication of things to come, we should know better and do something about the past. Well, we can't do anything about the past, but we can take actions now to safeguard the future. Members of the diaspora, you have been asked, you have been invited, you've been coaxed, you've been searched to visit your homeland, to cast votes in the benefit of the continuance of a particular legacy. Is that what you want to do? Is that what we want to do? Is that what you want to remember 20, 30 years from now as having done to our people, to our country? The majority of which are saying, let us stop, let us refocus, let us change, let us add some new essence to what Dominica is. Can I put this any more bluntly to you? I really don't believe that I have to. I think you got the message. And I think in due time, you, my dear friends and brothers and sisters of the diaspora, will come to think in the interest and benefit of your people on the homeland and the legacy that you would like to call your own. Let's say a month from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe even 20 years from now. Meditate on that while you say your Sunday prayers and while you do your chores throughout the week until we meet again on another Sunday Talk.